What is the difference between the KOPIS and the FALCATA? Now these fundamentally are two very similar swords and often get conflated as being one and the same, the KOPIS / the FALCATA. However, they are actually different swords. Now what I have here are decently stereotypical renditions of either of these styles, this one being the KOPIS, this one being the FALCATA. These are of course very similar swords designed for very similar functions. They are downward curved swords optimized for cutting. However, as I said, they are actually different swords, they are not one and the same. Let's start with the FALCATA. Now the FALCATA is often called the Iberian FALCATA because it saw a lot of use in ancient Iberia or modern Spain and Portugal. This of course sees a downward curved blade, optimized for cutting, was popular among cavalry but also used on foot, and often actually featured a recurved edge, a double-edged section on part of the top of the blade. Contrasting that to the KOPIS is typically a less severely sloped sword. As you can see, the sloping on this is far less severe when compared to that of the FALCATA. This is the type of sword that you would see very popularly used in mainland Greece by men on foot and also by cavalry. These swords, I don't believe you have any finds of any double-edged section. These all seem to be single-edged swords, and of course you could also stab with these as well. So a similar blade shape, but also quite different. And this is actually quite a shallow drop-off for many FALCATAs. Many FALCATAs actually have a very dramatic sloped down portion. Let's take a look at the handles. The KOPIS invariably does not have a recurved hook, such as this one here, a little bit like a kitchen knife. This sits quite comfortable in the hand. I often find that I instinctually want to put my thumb over the blade. I don't know if you have any iconography that supports that though. Contrasting that to the handle of the FALCATA, we often see these recurved hooks, often adorned with depictions of animals such as a horse, and that sits in the hand a little bit differently. This handle's a little bit large for my hand, and again I instinctually sort of want to do that as well. So yes, the KOPIS and the FALCATA are fundamentally very similar swords. They are downward curved sabres optimized for cutting. However, they aren't the same sword. They are very similar, however they are also a little bit different. However, the ancients probably just called both of them a sword, so maybe this is completely pointless.